Alright, so we were talking about how here he should have gone Deathfire instead of Thunderlords against Cassiopeia, because it helps you abuse Victor's strongest part of his laning against Cassio, which is pre-6. And even though like Deathfire is better against Cassiopeia post-6, where Victor will always be in E range, but it's pretty dangerous for him to get in Q range of Cassio. If there's Fog of War around, then yeah, that doesn't matter as much, because yeah, you can abuse the matchup way harder pre-6, and even creating a small CS lead and being able to push her out of lane and get your item spikes is pretty big. Okay, so here you should be on this side, because
That's where my jungle is.
yeah, well actually no, is it? Or is he down there?
Your face is in the way. I think he started red.
Oh, you can turn that off, by the way, in Skype.
How?
Yeah, he's down red, but that's not the important part. Like, you should be standing here in order to get separation, because you don't really want to trade level 1. You want this to shove.
Yeah.
And then as soon as the minion comes, you gotta auto it right away. You don't want to miss like a frame by walking back here like you do, you know what I mean? Because you want to start shoving as soon as possible.
Ooh, my
Yeah.
spacing is kind of yikes too.
Yeah. See, so this is a bad trade, because this ends up being like your cooldown down when you could have, if you had Thunderlords, like that's an opportunity for a full Thunderlords proc, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
When the wave is more even. So now you have to wait on the cooldown again. That's good. Keep shoving. Don't stand here. When you know that this minion gives you 2, you want to stand at the edge of your auto attack range. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Because then even if you get traded on here, as soon as you get your 2, you still win out on it.
If I have Thunderlords, that is.
Yeah, see? That's too much for Cassio to deal with. And then here, yeah, like here, you need to just go, dude. You can walk into a Cassio here, and with this coming up, you can trade one more time. And then if you don't get respected, like as this keeps ticking down, because by the time you're like auto Q, auto again, this will be like 3.5 to 3 seconds from up. And then you just abuse this range, and I'm way too low to, you know what I mean?
Trade.
Yeah, trade, so there you go.
It also helps a lot if I have Thunderlords too.
Yeah. But I mean, you probably would have used it in the trade that happened beforehand. It's just either way, yeah. Plus the flat magic pen is better early.
Not like this.
Yeesh. Yeah, you can even use your Q there to CS if you absolutely need to. Alright. So here, you know Rek'Sai's on that side, and you have 2 wards. You should place a ward here, and then stand here, look for the E whenever you can, and then after these 2 get shoved, you want to start stepping back.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, but you don't need to concede this hard this early, because you're giving more ground than you need to here. And if you have this, and then Rek'Sai wants to, you open up an option for Rek'Sai to run into the enemy jungle, because you have the jump on this ramp right here. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Especially if you keep using your Q on minions, I shouldn't be afraid.
Yep. So for whoever's gonna listen on YouTube, I guess clarification should be made. If the person is referred to as me, I actually am playing Cassiopeia here. This is like for practice, like a kind of in-house 5v5. But okay, so now like I'm running out of mana, so you need to be stepping here. Like this is where you step on the enemy laner's toes, and by that usually it means like you're probably gonna be standing on the melees. Or it can even be their melees if like it's pushing up onto casters. But yeah, this should be like complete zoning. I think this is tier. Yeah. This is why I stay here, because like I know I can greed for tier a little bit since my jungler was around, but that's also another thing. Yeah, like you should know even before Zac appears there that if I'm around with no mana, then like the enemy, yeah,
Should
mid.
be there.
If they're there, then most likely it's jungler's still there. Oh, and this you could have even frozen a little harder, because if you walked up, you would have seen that I stuck around.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, you could have denied more minions there for sure. Ooh,
Yeah.
gotta get that free gold, my man.
Yeah.
You could be at like
it's a meme, dude.
over
Don't worry
1k.
about it.
Yeah. Well, you could be less than a wave away from your upgrade, you know what I mean?
Yeah. I should still be posturing aggressively, I think.
No, that's the only reason why.
I don't
Because of this fog of war.
Yeah.
No, because you could have gotten maybe like chased down, even if, yeah. But
If he had missed
if
that,
that Q landed especially, like, yeah. But that was like really good movement. We thought that like you reacted to that, but I guess it was just a lucky step in, because you're like, holy shit, he's a god. How did he see that Zac coming? But okay, yeah. Here you should. I think there are times where you should unlock your camera more, because this doesn't give you any information. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So you should unlock and look forward. And I really hope that you do that in team fights more often.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
It's 'cause, I never knew that you could press space to hold your camera on. So when I was like first learning how to play, I always unlocked and locked my camera. Like,
Oh,
press
but now
Y.
you're holding space this whole time?
No, I just locked my camera and then
Oh, okay.
to unlock it, I unlock it and then I move my thing. It's so weird.
Yeah. I got you.
I think I should have just ulted the wave here.
No. This is fine. Because you saw that, like, Zac failing that gank mid means that your jungler has priority now. So you want to have your ult up for the next rotation, so that you guys can look for a 2v2 whenever you want.
Mm-hmm.
That's good. Nice. Very nice.
Goodbye.
Jesus. What is the thinking there? Like,
For-
what was their thought process in doing that?
For our team or Lulu?
No, ours. Like the Zyre or the Lulu and Varus. It's interesting. Okay, yeah, top got dove. You should have got those 2 minions mid, but regardless, you know that he's gonna get out here. Like, this is really a waste. You should be hitting on mid and shoving the next wave and denying it as well.
Yeah, Brian talked to me about this a couple times.
Yeah,
Got a couple
that's an
times.
error of me staying there for sure. But like, there's, yeah, like there would have been way more you could have done. Like, you know what I mean? If you stay here, didn't Pomi even come from bot side?
Yeah, he ran from.
Holy shit! Yeah, imagine you stay here, you shove this wave, you get some more autos on the tower, and then you 4v2 bot. You can just take the tower.
Mm-hmm. Or I just zone you off the wave too.
Yeah, like, that's really good. That's all really good. But, and the thing is, this first tower got nerfed a little bit, right? So,
Yeah.
even if you just trade like a wave or two for it, or you go down bot and you just get the tower and potentially a kill or two, then you're good. Like, you pretty much made up for the loss and maybe even then some. Because if you have bot side pressure, then that means you also have dragon control.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Alright. So,
Brian
yeah.
talked to me about it, about like walking up to plays that are already over. Like, there's no reason for me to be there. I might as well
Yeah.
just push up and go bot or something.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Oh no, I was dead here.
Yeah.
Okay. If he's gonna smite it, don't use your E. That 100 mana is huge.
Yeah, he kept saying, "Are you gonna use any abilities?" And then I was like, "Oh, yeah, okay, I'll eat it." And then he just smited at the same time. So I was like,
Correct.
what the fuck, dude?
No. Yeah, your CSing is another thing you really gotta work on.
I've been told. Nice.
Yeah.
I don't
Alright,
even know what
that's a good
happened
one. Yeah,
there.
play's already over.
Yeah.
You shouldn't go. Okay.
I probably don't need to be here this early.
Yeah, you have the wave still, and you also have priority. And with that control ward on the left side, you know Zach wasn't coming from that area, so like I didn't even ask Cassiopeia have priority here. Does that make sense?
Yeah,
Like you
I
actually
could've
have
shot up
control of
and
that
walked
area. Exactly. You can shove and like I can't even walk towards there, so
Cause yeah,
yeah,
probably don't know if anyone's there. So
it's free death.
no.
You should have near 10 per minute, I'm pretty sure.
I should, but I'm so bad at CSing.
Yeah, like there wasn't anything or
Pressuring
any
me.
huge roams, yeah, like that forced you to lose any CS or yeah, even lane pressure 1v1. You know what I mean? Alright. This is not good to go for, because bot lane is like the bot lane is missing and it has a Varus on it, which is like CC, long range CC, and then it also has there's a Zac missing. So this is yeah, that was a really bad wave to go for. You should have just based and like told Pomi to just the Rex side to just rotate over mid.
Okay.
It's okay to give up CS for like timing and rotation, you know what I mean? Like and priority and not just have a pacing especially. Like if you have pacing over the enemy team, that's really big and then that would have been a huge item spike for you to fight on. You could have just straight up called a fight off of it, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
I probably should have just backed instead of getting like 2 items.
yeah. I mean, I I don't even know if that's worth commenting on because like the initial incorrect move which
I should
wouldn't
have
have even
been
made that a possibility. Yeah, like that's what led to that. And you're not really gonna run into stuff like that if you don't make that kind of mistake. You know what I mean? So, all right, goodbye. Okay, looks like that's good. You don't want to like this is the side you do not want to rotate to, because if this was warded, then Zac just jumps. This side you can be super cocky with.
Especially since my jungle supporter there.
Yeah, and top has no vision on his laner either. Okay. He needs to be told a little earlier that there's a Zac on the right side, I think. Or he just didn't react fast enough to the
I
info.
think he knew. He just didn't do anything.
Oh, okay.
Damn, I should be like 30, 40 CS up on you.
Yeah.
My team's rotations, what the fuck?
Tell me about it, dude. I watched my Lulu die in the middle of river for no fucking reason.
Like fucking 10 times.
God bless. All fun and games.
Yeah.
Yeah, here's a good base time. Like,
Yeah, I shouldn't
there's
fuck with this guy. There's no
right,
way.
and they're switching role priorities for the lanes. Like, bot's going top and Scion's catching waves and shoving a little top. So there's no emphasis on you whatsoever. The jungler doesn't give a shit about mid right now. The laners don't give a shit about mid right now. And
I'm just
your
asking to get
tower's
caught.
full HP. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
There's no need to be up there. And you had the gold to finish your item. You know what I mean? It was like the perfect combination of reasons to base there.
Like, I'd be full mana, full hex core, walk me up here. Should I even walk up? I don't think I should have walked up here.
No.
I should have got mid turret.
Yeah. Take the guaranteed lead, like, pretty much always, unless you have, you know, an even better opportunity elsewhere that's guaranteed.
I still think we get turret here, though.
Yeah, I mean, you should. It's just late. It's
Yeah.
like,
I could be getting solo gold, too. Fuck my team.
yeah. Oof.
Ouch.
Yeah, I don't think you needed to ghost there. I'm not exactly sure why he went in when you guys had control of the right side, but say la vie, I guess.
We're fucking taking the turret.
Hell yeah.
Oh, got it.
You see me, dude? I was like 3-1-0. Stunting hard.
After getting...
With a 3-tower deficit.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Pull me kind of into there.
Huh?
Pull me kind of into there.
Okay, that's good. You know, honestly, you can get, ring there.
Crystal? Oh, another ring?
Yeah. Not a Doran's.
Yeah.
Dark Seal. And also, don't alt tab, dude. That's a no-no.
Oh, yeah.
In my coaching regime, dude, alt tabbing gets you push-ups.
Yeah.
You're lucky because this is VODs. I can't go back and make past you do push-ups. But
Oh,
if I ever spectate you, there it is. Then on your next back, you'll be mandatory. Alright, so you have full vision of their topside jungle, and Zyra's getting vision on the right side. So you want to lean actually a little bit harder while you CS this, and then move with her. Stay with Zyra here, yeah, to get vision, because that's more important than trying to deny when you don't even know for sure how many there are mid.
Yeah.
If you're going to let loose on the pressure there, then you have to apply your presence to somewhere else. And helping the support get vision there when there's some fog of war in the bot side is really good use of your pressure when you see the amount of people that you saw elsewhere on the map. Alright. Yeah, place that. That's about right. That's good, yeah. And then you kind of pigeonhole him into having to take the left against some skill shot champs.
Yeah.
Right.
Shouldn't
Just
have
careful
TPG
around
coming over
the.
top.
Yeah. It's kind of that, and it's also Dragon coming up. Like, you guys don't really have to force too hard here. See, like, this is just dangerous.
Yeah,
Like, Zach didn't even have to go that far either. Ooh, look at the moves, dude.
ooh, that laser. Good champion though.
Like to comment on my 75% KP 3-1. Coach still got it, dude.
Yeah.
Hashtag.
Like right now, Science should just be hitting the top turret, and then we should just back up and get.
Yeah, exactly. The split
pretty
pressure
bad
helps a
TPG.
lot. For sure. Ruru. Yeah, that's my pup, dude. I don't know if it shows up on the recording mic, but it definitely does on Skype mic.
I should probably just be backing. They don't need me.
After you could use your EQ and then base. There's no point in you sitting there autoing it, really.
Oh, this is where I bought Rallies instead of what's that? Lichbane.
Yeah, that was pretty suspect. But hey,
It's because like
you do
I
you.
see your team comp is all trying to run at us. So if I can get Rallies, then I can kite you guys. But I should really go for Lichbane because it gives me
No,
the actual
Lichbane
move
is the
speed,
damage. Yeah, it's the damage on
move
tower,
speed, CDR.
and like your big burst comes when you're within that medium range against this comp. You're not gonna have it as much. Granted, like don't get me wrong, it is gonna come a little less often, but it makes that moment when you do get to a combo way more effective. You know what I mean? In terms of the bursts, especially compared to Rylai's with the numbers on it now.
Yeah. And I don't really need the extra slow for my teammates because I have an Ezreal.
Plus, the cooldown is always really nice.
CDR, move speed, extra damage.
Yeah.
Compared to a slow.
Yeah. Plus, with how much damage you and Ez are doing, honestly, Zyra should be considering a locket sometime soon. So that can be, that can make up for the health you don't have.
Yeah, it looks like he's going for Rylai's.
He's actually going for Rylai's himself. Holy shit. Yeah, that makes it even less efficient.
Yeah.
That's, that was something I actually think I wanted to comment on at the time.
I didn't notice until just now. I was like, wait, he's fucking going for Rylai's too.
Thing is, too, though, like, you have 2 AP damage threats on your team. Sion does a little bit of magic. Like, and they have Zac, Cassio, Lulu, Varus a little bit. Yeah. So I could honestly see you getting Negatron at some point during the Lichbane route and then finishing Abyssal. And then that way you also have 40% CDR and can start working towards big ticket AP. Does that make sense? Like Void Staff and then Rabadons to finish it off.
What the fuck?
This is interesting. Wow. Wow.
If you didn't miss that, holy shit.
Wow. I'm trying, dude. See, if you had ordered Domino's instead of Papa John's, there would have been a pizza tracker.
Ah, a pizza tracker.
Yeah, but you can even pick animations and shit for where the guy is.
Yeah, it's so good, dude.
My girlfriend doesn't know, dude. It's OP, dude, I'm telling you.
Oh, yeah, I was going for a Void Staff here.
That's pretty early. I mean, they're gonna have Edge, I guess, and then the Abyssal.
And he has a Hash Drinker.
Yeah.
And since
imagine if you had a Lichbane and a Void Staff. Whoa! That would be pretty elite, IMO.
Yeah.
Wow. Where do they do that at? Holy moly. Mickey Mouse.
Yeah, I think if I
Yeah, he has a pretty good Lucian Ezreal when he plays the game.
yeah.
He's practiced up. What's up? You think what?
I think if I went Lich Bane first, I wouldn't have to go for a Void Staff third item. So
Yeah,
I
you
go
could have won
more
Abyssal,
damage.
like I said, because
Yeah.
then once you get 40% CDR, the amount of times like that you can get spells out makes up for the fact of like against tanks that you're not gonna have as much pen. And then on top of that, you're just gonna have a shit ton of bursts of squishies, so you don't really need to be going for tanks ever, especially because you've got your summoners up pretty much whenever
They're
you want
saved.
them. Yeah, they're saved for like the burst. So okay, you guys win here. I think there's
No,
one
I
more
don't think
fight,
so.
right? I mean, there was pretty much they play into your range. You know what I mean? Like this isn't the team
Just
fights aren't as
walk
coordinated.
around.
This was more of a good game to go over for early to mid, but yeah, we'll see. I think maybe
I think we
there's some
just back up
punishment
here.
stuff. Yeah, back up and then you go take mid inhib and then bot after you buy. You can even threaten Nash and then like they have to play around the fact that you could either be at Nash or basing. That's kind of like a different move. There's objective rights and wrongs pretty much all the time in League, but in this scenario, depending on your comp, like you get an option, which is pretty cool about whether you want to sit in top jungle, bait it out, or go rush the Nasher, or just base. But obviously, when the enemy has Fog of War, because you get to clear the whole jungle, they don't know which of those three options that you're taking.
Mm-hmm.
So it gives you an even bigger like mind game advantage.
I should have just eat them and the hell. Now I get a shitty back.
Yeah.
Bad timing. Really bad timing.
The build is just like
Yeah, interesting. Interesting.
If you were gonna get a Rylai's, by the way, then like Leandry should have definitely been the move instead of a Void Staff here. Actually, now that I think about it.
Yeah, you have Zac, Renekton, Cassiopeia,
Yeah.
and Lulu. Oh my god, Lulu. I don't know
Yeah.
what my team's doing. This guy. Oh, I flashed in. Oh, yikes.
Ooh.
Yeah, I think the game's over though.
Yeah.
This fucking Ezreal's too fed.
Would like to say I killed you in an endgame team fight. Worth as fuck.
We
No.
didn't even need to fight there.
True.
Just wait for the
Yeah, like we said, you should have just sieged. But I mean, the brute force works. It's just you have to have more vision around it instead of like playing into the fog of war. Because after you get the flash, you guys should just regroup and push together. But then you guys just went ham after like the turn already started. But okay, so abuse your lane lead harder. Thunderlords would have been really good for that. Pre-6 especially. Play more around your strength and priority. Just because it's not getting punished doesn't mean that those mistakes aren't there, right? And that's going to be also really important, like when you watch your own VODs, to look out for. So yeah, there was actually a lot in the early to mid game. But yeah, this will get uploaded and you can go over it. Do you have any questions?
Not really.
Okay. Cool. So each, like you're going to take notes over the VOD. Here.